It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football?
The action is only moments away.
Coming up next.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Ride with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offense and defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who has to handle the ball on either side, offense or defense, this is a nightmare. You're stressing about what gloves, no gloves. Do I sometimes wear gloves? The quarterback, towel. There is a lot of conversations going on with the equipment guys in the locker room. Rain games for skill players are the worst.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to Connor. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Murray.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
On the zone read, given to Connor. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They did take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll go again here to Connor.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
So, fourth down, and the veteran Matt Prater on for the Cards. No issues there. This one is good. And the Cardinals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
Second and a yard. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And this will be a Bucs first down as he gets this up to the 42.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll go again here with Irving. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here comes Otten in motion. Right back to Irving. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cards offense ready now for their second drive. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Murray now on second down. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing Murray. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This returnable with Palmer. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. This one is caught by Shepard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the handoff, it's Irvin. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. We'll have more from Tampa after this. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. One of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. The Cardinals offense ready to get back to work. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Murray now off the bootleg. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Murray. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's an Arizona first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Running here is Connor. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, Murray. That thrown short, caught by Raymond. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. On the handoff, it's Connor. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Murray on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Connor. And he'll get about 6 there. setting up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Going to work Connor in the middle here. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
3-3, our score. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Greg Dortch, touchdown, Arizona. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Prater's extra point is good. And the Cardinals take a 10-3 lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Irving now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense headed back to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start first and 10. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
First and 10. Mayfield. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
The key to this play is all the pass protection. When you allow your running back to fast release and get out, you're down one pass protector. So the offensive line knows, hey, we're on our own here. And they gave the quarterback and that back enough time to get downfield and picks up a huge play.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Off he goes. And he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown Buccaneers. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Bucs will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy 2nd half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Buccaneers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll run with Irving. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Here's Irving. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down, here's Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield gets this one into the hands of his receiver Godwin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. A give. This is Irving. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there. Here's 2nd and 6. They send Evans in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Baker to throw. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love this decision here, Mike. 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game, and that's exactly what they did.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Baker. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dort. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to work the screen with Connor. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Throwing again is Murray. Going for it all. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bucs offense about ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On the ground, it's Irving. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
They'll go with a counter on first down. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Right back to Irving. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Mayfield. To the tight end, Otten with the grab. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And he's gonna have a Buccaneers first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On first down is Mayfield. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Get this complete right side to Otten. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Mayfield. That's his tight end, Otten. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They send Godwin in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And this is going to set him up with 1st and goal. Mark him out of bounds at the 4.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers move out to a 24-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. DJ Dallas now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Taking off. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Again, it's Murray. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to be taken down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals back within 7. It's 24-17. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Irving now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll go again here with Irving. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.